G'day guys, Andy here. Got a new feature for you today. It's called contacts. So contacts are your vets and your farriers and your horse transport companies and all those people you'd like to have their phone number and email for, or even their address, so that you know that you can contact them. Let's check it out. So I'm in my horse group view here, and there's this new button here, contacts. Now, if you can't see that button, just go to people's permissions here and make sure they've got the checkboxes here for contacts. Alrighty? So let's check it out. So when we go to contacts, you can see there's a bit of info here, but let's get straight into it. So let's add a contact. So a contact has a type or a group. So let's start with vets. So my vet is Mel. And I'm going to put in a fake phone number here for her. Save that contact, and now we can see that Mel here is a vet and that's her number. Okay, well let's add another vet because Mel may not be available. So we go to vets and I'm going to add Bill, and I'm going to add another fake phone number. Now if I had his email, of course I'd put it in, address, notes. Now my note for Mel is use Mel first, because what I'm covering here is the fact that I may not be on the property at the time that there's a vet needed. So my strapper will need to make the phone call. So you put a note on, and perhaps we'll give our primary ones a colour. And that means that your strapper will know who to call first. So let's add some others, just so you can see how the system works. So we're going to add another vet here, Tom. And then we're going to add a transport company, so that's in case I need to move a horse around. And I'm going to add a farrier, so that's Tyson is our farrier, who's a pretty good fella. And we'll save all that. So that's just saving now. I did click the button, there we go. So we've got groups of farrier, transport, vets. So you can order them. So if we see these, I'm just going to move my face here. So we see these buttons here, which is up and down. So I can move Tom in front of Bill, and I can move Mel down to second, but of course I want her first as per this, so we're going to move her up there. Okay, cool. So that's looking pretty good. Now what about if I want to add a contact type? So I've got a mare, and she's very popular and all her foals sell, and there's a waiting list for her. So let's suss that out. So I can edit contact types, okay, and I'm going to perhaps call this contact Supergirl, which is the name of the mare, foals. Okay, so now I can we'll add a contact type by, I'll just move my face here, add a contact type. And I'll put my beautiful face back. There we go. So we can see we've got Supergirl foals, and Carol has called, and she would like a brown filly. So if there's a brown filly that comes out from Supergirl, then I know that Carol's first in line. Now Tom would also like a filly. And let's add another one here. And Gerald would just like anything, but he wants a brown one. Okay, so now we can see all the people who are interested in a foal from Supergirl. So then we can order them, okay? So you might go, well, Tom's first because he's offered to pay, extra money for a filly. So then you can print it. So you click print as you would expect, and I'll just show you a trick here. If you change that to color, and then you need to have background graphics on to get the background color, and that will print out there for you. All right, so that is contacts, guys. So have a look at that, give it a go, let me know how you go, and I'll speak to you a little later. Cheers.